On October 24th, 2025, our troops intercepted something China's environmental report says doesn't exist. Last week, China claimed, "No cyanide detected. Environmental quality is excellent. Reef ecosystem is thriving." But facts are facts, and the Philippines doesn't deal in propaganda. This is what environmental stewardship actually looks like. When armed forces of the Philippines intercepted unauthorized Chinese fishing vessels near Ayungin Shoal in the West Philippine Sea, they didn't find rumors, they found chemicals. Cyanide, the same destructive substance used in illegal fishing that poisons reefs, kills marine life, and destroys the livelihoods of Filipino fishers. This isn't a territorial claim. This isn't politics. This is about families, thousands of Filipino fishing families, whose food security and income depend on a healthy reef. China's environmental ministry calls the incident a bottle of dish soap in a sea of lies. They say the bottles we seized are ordinary detergent. They accuse the Philippines of staging evidence and harming the marine environment. But that report doesn't address the bottles we seized at Ayungin Shoal. It doesn't address the Filipino fishers who say their traditional fishing grounds across the West Philippine Sea, from Ayungin to Bajo de Masinloc, are degraded. It doesn't address the visible coral damage documented by independent observers over the years. Science demands evidence. Environmental stewardship demands transparency. We're not claiming, we're showing. The Philippines has nothing to hide. We welcome independent scientific verification. We invite international researchers from neutral countries, from global organizations, to examine our evidence. Compare China's narrative about Ayungin Shoal with independent findings from across the West Philippine Sea, including Bajo de Masinloc. Test the water, analyze the reef, interview the fishers. Real environmental stewardship isn't about issuing reports that ignore contrary evidence. It's about transparency, accountability, truth. The Philippines stands ready for that examination because we know what the facts will show. This isn't abstract. From Ayungin Shoal, where suspected cyanide bottles were seized, to Bajo de Masinloc, where Filipino fishers have long reported declining catch and damaged reefs. The West Philippine Sea is not just a geographic coordinate or a geopolitical chessboard. It's home to 385,000 Filipino fishers and their families. When that reef is poisoned, they starve. When the ecosystem collapses, they lose everything. Environmental protection is food security. It is sovereignty. It is national survival. The international community, the UN, environmental organizations, maritime experts, recognizes this. They understand that environmental stewardship and territorial rights are inseparable. When China claims environmental stewardship, while our evidence shows environmental destruction, the world sees the contradiction. The Philippines will not concede the environmental narrative by default. We will not let propaganda replace facts. Here's what we know. No cyanide detected isn't a scientific finding when you don't test for what was seized. It's a narrative carefully constructed to avoid the evidence. Environmental stewardship isn't declaring a nature reserve while the reef is being poisoned. It's stopping the poisoning first. The Philippines stands as a defender of the West Philippine Sea's ecosystems, from Ayungin Shoal to Bajo de Masinloc, not through propaganda, but through action, evidence, and commitment to the rule of law. Facts, evidence, transparency, that's real environmental stewardship. This video represents the position of the Philippines on environmental protection in the West Philippine Sea, including Ayungin Shoal and Bajo de Masinloc, in accordance with international law and the 2016 Arbitral Award.
For the latest maritime updates, be sure to follow us on Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram.